Everybody, Gabriel Kevin here again. Welcome to Pick Your Poison under my menu item. Open your eyes on my website, GabrielKevin.com, Gabriel with a Y, Kevin with a Y. It's probably written there somewhere, and also known as the Teachings of Gabriel. Today I have a second installment in commercials. So if we want to see the first installment of commercials, it's there somewhere down there. And this is the second installment on commercials. And you can watch either one, first or second, it doesn't matter. So, commercials. Again, what I said in the first one is a commercial, not necessarily a bad thing. It's to impart information to you, to let you know the benefits of things, hopefully let you know the non-benefits, let you know the cost, where you can get it, all that stuff. So that's the gist of a commercial. Whether it's radio, TV, magazine, ads, billboards, social media, this all applies to every one of them. One of my other videos is called Mind Power. And if you look at that, it is trying to impart how powerful our minds are, how our thoughts really run your whole life. You're at a point now, and I'm at a point now, that our thoughts put us there. You may not disagree. I'm sorry. Well, if you may not disagree, that's great. You may not agree, but look at that video, but that's the premise here. And the premise also is that advertisers, now they have advertising firms, big advertising firms, small advertising firms, small business advertising firms. No, there are advertising firms that do this. Their job is to get into your mind and either add a thought into your mind or change your mind, or both. Because if they can get that thought into your mind and you see it as a benefit, whether it's a real benefit or not, chances are you might buy it. And their sales go up, and they can say, oh, we have these marketing campaigns, and over time, look, our sales is going up, so this part is working. It's all a mind game. And now you might go, oh, yeah, I knew that. No, it's really a mind game. So the first part of my commercial thing is the power of suggestion, which is a very powerful thing. It makes us believe things that not necessarily are true, but not necessarily were said. So that's more about what the commercials say. This video is more about what you see. And in that one, I mentioned things that's simplistic, and you may already know this, but you don't realize it's happening all the time. You ever see a commercial of food something, right? Maybe fast food, and it's not even zooming in. It's up close. I mean, the plate is right in your face. The plate is right there. Okay. And these things look big. Then you get it and you're like, hey, how you doing now? Well, that's why it's $3. But that's just an example, and it's legal. It's just an example of putting a thought in your mind. Your thought was, first of all, it looks delicious. Make it look delicious, which is part of their job. But in your mind also is, that's not a bad size. You might not even think that, but your mind, but if it was here, where you would really see it when it was delivered to you, you'd be like, if that was in the commercial, you'd be like, I don't even care, $3. I'm not buying that. It's all those little things. But the other part I want to get to, now I watch sports, stuff like that. I don't watch it all the time, but I used to be a big football fan. I used to be a big hockey fan. I'm still a fan, but I used to be fanatical. But anyway, so you watch sports now, and I don't watch commercials, okay? I usually watch Netflix or some documentary. That's just preference, but I also don't like commercials. So if I'm watching something with commercials, like a sporting event that I can't get around, I'll try not to watch it. I'll walk away, I'll mute it or whatever. But sometimes I'll watch just to see. I want to take sporting events. Now, next time you're watching a major sporting event, not necessarily a championship, but anything, especially football games, I think. And I played football. I was an MVP. I love football. And I started realizing, and maybe this is more recent, how many commercials on sporting events are one of two things, mainly. Fast food, and that could be any of the fast food. Any. I'm not going to even name any, but everyone you look at, I could just spit them off, every one of them, okay? It's fast food, okay? And you know how much salt and sugar and fat is in fast food? Any idea? That's why it tastes so good. I don't eat fast food. No. and beer. Not necessarily scotch or stuff like that, but beer, you know. And when you're watching a sporting event, you know, you're having a party, a Super Bowl party, and there's all fast food. There's chips, there's dips, there's little sandwiches, a little this, a little that. You know, a lot of it's like, you know, probably not the best for you. It's probably better than what you get at fast food places, drive-throughs and stuff like that. But it's part of the culture of a sporting event, or sports watching. Not dissing sports. I'm talking about the commercials. And I was appalled, and I can watch it now. I was appalled how many fast food commercials there are. And I'm looking, I'm like, boy, they are bombarding people with this idea. And here's the thing, and it's also part of power suggestion. They are putting it into your mind and constantly reinforcing it that sports, fast food. Sports, fast food. Even if you're not watching sports, it's stuck in your head and you go get the fast food because you made an association in your subconscious between sports and fast food. So, first video is about power suggestion. This video is about what you see and the association they make. That is, again, putting a thought into your head. Now, you've seen it so many times, I've seen it so many times. Here's the key. We become numb to it. And they just keep pounding it. Because as long as they... Now, what if all of a sudden... Picture this. What if all of a sudden, sporting events, the commercials all changed at once in a bizarro world, right? It's like Jerry Seinfeld, bizarro world. Well, that's actually Superman, right? Jerry Seinfeld, Superman, all that stuff. I'm forgetting my train of thought. Yeah, I got it. So, what if all of a sudden, all sporting events, you know why people be like shocked? And think about the reason why you'd be shocked. In the sporting event, the commercials were about bananas, apples, you know, peaches, you know, a healthy salad, you know, and stuff like that, right? People would be like, I don't want to see this. What the hell is this, right? That is how conditioned we are. That if all of a sudden you just change that to be something good for you, and a totally different image on every one of them, we are so conditioned to see that fast food, to see that beer, to see all that stuff, and even sporting stuff, right? How many car commercials are in sporting things? And you can say, well, a lot of people watch sports. Yes, but also look what they're selling. Okay? We are so conditioned that if we saw something like that, we'd be shocked. Now, we're watching what goes on, and we're not shocked. We just, oh, yeah, oh, wow, I can go there. That looks good. Well, wow, that is cheap. I can get that for boom, boom, thought. We are so conditioned, we don't even notice. And that's the beauty of advertising. That you don't even notice that you have been bombarded, you have been conditioned, and you are constantly being enhanced with that, and constantly be given it to you. It's almost like they're having chains, and they're not going to let you go. Anyway, think about it. Well, watch the commercials. Watch the images. They all look great. Of course they look great. They want to be out there. They look great. And look at the content, and look at the repetition. And look at what you watch. Look at my other video and commercial. You're watching this one. Look at what you watch. Analyze what you're seeing. It's your brain. It's your body eating bad stuff. It'll benefit you if you watch these commercials in a different light. Anyway, that's it for commercial part 2, and probably be more, and people will go, he's an idiot. All this stuff is fine. I have control of my life. Well, you look at other commercials you watch on whatever. Okay, do you really? Do you really have control of your life? Commercials are good when they really impart something good and honest. So, think about it. Just be aware. Observe. Awareness is big. Take care. Hope this helped. Love you all.